All right. All right. So what am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about how the Stop Killing Games initiative is technically still ongoing and there's things that the people in the EU and the UK can do. Nah, I'm not going to talk about that. The Sydney Sweeney ad from the time I made this video being a big deal for some reason. Nah, I'm not going to talk about that. It's just blue jeans. I mean, but titties. But what we'll talk about? I'm gonna talk about war. I'm not talking about that. You know what I'm gonna talk about? What I think is important. What I think is truly important. Anime. Not just any anime. The current season of anime. The spring 2025 anime season. That's what I want to talk about. No, summer. This would be the summer anime season, wouldn't it? Fuck, I think so. Yeah. That's what I want to talk about. Oh boy, do I want to talk about that. Not just, I don't want to sit here and have you think I want to talk about all the anime that are great that have came out, or what it is that I'm particularly looking at or anything like that. I'm not talking about the trash one. Nah, the surprise smash that everybody just blew up on. I'm not even watching that one yet. I won't wait till that one finishes and I just binge watch the whole thing. I do that sometimes. I got weird taste. I like suspense. Did the same thing with Furin. Like wait till it all comes out in one chunk. Look at it and be like, that's what I like to do sometimes. That's what I like to do sometimes. I'm currently looking at stuff though. I'm looking at stuff. One Piece, obviously, but other things, yeah. The Makoto sisters. Oh, that's what I was waiting on this whole goddamn time. And then it's beautifully animated. Oh, love it. But I'm not talking about that. I'm not going to talk about that. No, what I want to talk about is the anime that nobody's watching, and I'm so happy that they're not. I'm thankful to God that nobody's watching this. Tougen Anki. I hope that's not how you pronounce it, because that's how I'm going to say it from now on. Because I hate this manga. I hate this manga. I can't stand this goddamn manga. It was so utterly stupid upon me reading it that I just got disgusted. I let it alone, and I was just like, I hope I never have to see it again. Then I saw it, lo and behold, pop up on the animes that are eventually coming to be, and I was like, God damn it. And then I was even more perplexed because this anime is a Naruto clone. Fuck! One main character, special demon thingy inside of him. In fact, the whole group of main characters are literally demons. Yet the main character has a special demon ability in a 3-man team. Who's in the team? Another boy, part of a special clan that has special demon abilities, and girl. And they're taught by a super teacher who's weird and quirky, yet is like the strongest dude that has ever existed, yet he barely does anything. Naruto clone. If you think that I'm talking about fucking Chainsaw Man, I am. If you think that I'm talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, I am. Because they're all Naruto clones. And that is not a good thing. Naruto's a bad anime. It's really, really bad. I'm still sick. But I have to do this. Tougen Anki is a Naruto clone of the highest stature, as multiple Naruto clones just try to get as edgy as possible. And this thing is so unbelievably edgy. The main characters fight with blood. I haven't seen anything ridiculous like that or edgelord warranted since Dead Man Wonderland. And that's literally called Dead Man Wonderland. How fucking edgier can you get? But yet this series is built on people who have the blood of demons that fought the hero, what's his name, Makoto? The Peach Blossom hero who traveled with like a monkey dog and a bird. It's a Japanese folklore tale. And essentially the demons that he fought, their offspring are what the main characters and his group of people are. And they essentially have to worry about fighting the hero people and their offspring and whatnot. Because whatever. And the demons fight with blood. Edgy. Main character fights with a lot of blood. And then when you fight with blood, you get dizzy because you get blood loss. Edgy. And that's it. That's it. That's just really it. Edgy. It's just really, really fucking edgy. Just man, it's gonna rip your shit. Woo! But nobody's talking about it. And I love that. I truly, truly love that. Because this anime does not deserve praise. It does not deserve a looky-loo. It doesn't deserve a watch. I don't even care if the animation is good. I don't care. This is bad. This needs to happen because because while this is happening, maybe, just maybe, I mean, it's a huge stretch, but Japan just might get a fucking clue and stop trying to copy Naruto and come up with some brand new ideas. Oh, shit, man. That sounds crazy. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it just might happen. The hilarity about this anime coming out the way that it did. And I actually was worried that it would be something that people would be like, oh, this is actually something really good, one of the top contenders. And the fact that it's not, it's just beautiful. Music to my ears. But I was worried because of the similarities behind it and Naruto, and then essentially how well Jujutsu Kaisen did. Now, Chainsaw Man was something where it was like, oh, it had the groundwork laid out for it to just be held in the highest regard, and it just fumbled. It completely fumbled. And that was something that was like a yes moment. You know, that was a teeth clencher situation for me being an anime fan and seeing that happen in real time and just being like, whoop-de-doo. It's like, yay, look at you all realizing what I already knew. And then essentially the animation just kind of fucking it over. That's whatever. And Jujutsu Kaisen still being popular and whatnot, Mappa and all that stuff. And it's like, hey, whatever. But now it seems as if people have lost the taste for Naruto. And I'm all for it. But the hilarity behind the Tougen Anki is the fact that essentially everything that you could possibly want out of that anime already exists in other anime that are original and are far more prevalent and better suited to watch than a Naruto clone that is attempting to copy those concepts. Hell, even while I'm talking about this, I'm seeing Takopi's Original Sin, and that is some crazy shit. That is an anime with some crazy shit in it. And honestly, if you just wanted to deal on such a psychological, like crazy comb through of characters and whatnot, that's a great anime for that. You want to deal with your main characters and whatnot, fighting and whatnot, that fucking trash anime is great for that. And it's not that the anime is trash, it's that the anime is dealing with trash. So you know, if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. You want comedy? Grand Blue's new season is out. I mean, it's not the best of the comedies that came out this season, but I mean, it's something. It's okay. It's okay. Grand Blue's always been okay. But it's the second season of it. It's okay. The animation's fine. The comedy's still there. They're hitting all their beats. It's okay. Now the Makoto sisters. Oh! Woo! Mm-mm-mm. You talk about a fantastic manga that definitely needed an anime and got the anime it deserved. That is number one. That's the main anime that I'm looking at this season, and I love it. I love every moment of it. I love the fact that it has different endings for each sister that perfectly captures what it is that the sisters like main object like aspirations really are kind of like bringing into character. Like for someone who's a fan of the manga, seeing this anime is great. It's just really, really well done and very fantastic. But and then like again, like you would look at the little trash one if you wanted your little action and shit like that, or the edgelord shit. Fuck. there's even an isekai. Well, not an isekai. There's even a thing with a hero being attacked by multiple girls. That's a harem. That a better comedy / twisted concept than the Tougen Anki. Everything's better. There's just so much other shit that you can look at this season aside from that. And because of it, it has basically what this has done is that it has shown exactly how little to offer Naruto clones actually have in the current realm of anime. If you're dealing with like a twisted concept where the main character is basically the bad guy, or they're kind of going by the beat of their own drum. You're rooting for the dude that's essentially against humanity or whatever. What is it? Clitorius? The thing where like the dude is the demon and then he turns up into a kid and he's taking care of a baby. That thing. I'm watching that. That's good. And it's like, all right, that has like crazy that also is dealing with like a main character that gets mangled and fucked up and like dies multiple times, and then she just keeps getting brought back because of the dude's power. It's great. It's great. But again, there are so many good anime and manga that essentially have never been done before. Very much original works that are kind of going their own flow with actually decent and well done animation. There's that one isekai anime where the dude is like he played a game where he's always like the evil character. Now he's the evil lord and he's kind of wiggy and he was brought to another world. They gave it cookie cutter animation, which I hate, but especially for like the facial, like for how crazy the facial animations, the facial like smiles and shit get. They could have done better animation for that, but they didn't because cookie cutter does not allow that. And it shows, but even that is a better story than Tougen Anki. So again, the variety of anime that exists currently is overcompensating for the fact that Tougen Anki doesn't have anything that's worth a damn. The main character is similar to all of the Naruto clones. The structure of it is similar to everything, all of the Naruto clones. Fuck, even the concept of the powers and whatnot is similar to how everything else is done in a fucking Naruto clone. So, having basically nothing special about you other than that, well, this time they fight with blood. Isn't that edgy? Blood? Having nothing special about you. Nothing good. And it's like, yes, it's a shonen and whatnot, but it's like, yeah, but those shonens don't have to be the exact same thing. The proof of that is how different One Piece is from everything else, and yet no one has ever tried to copy it. Because they can't, but no one has. There's nothing similar to One Piece out, and that is prime shonen, as well as the most popular anime. So take that what you will. But again, I find beauty, just magistry, in the fact that this thing ain't worth a damn. I love it. I'm being punished, but I love it. This is it's such a positive thing for me. It's such a monumental moment within the history of anime because what you hell, there's even a better simp anime out there. The Call of the Night season 2. That's the best nigga. This shit funny to me. Oh, excuse me. Where was that? Oh, yes. The Call of the Night season 2. That's out. That's a simp anime. Hell, it doesn't don't they got that Rent a Girlfriend? Does that have another season? I think, I don't know. But whatever. It's fantastic to me. Because again, hopefully this will raise up a flag that this shit is no longer warranted within the concept of anime and shonen. That they need to do more. They need to do better. You saw that with Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8 actually had really, really good animation put into it. Yet no one cared. It got completely overshadowed by Solo Leveling, and it was crazy to see that happen because of the fact that it's like, in all retrospect, Kaiju number 8 should have done monumental. Like it should have done crazy numbers. People should have been talking about it. There should have been shit all over the place for it and whatnot. But it's like no one wants that shit no more. That shit. But that excuse me again. But that weird, not weird, but that predictable pacing, the predictable characters, the idiotic machismo that they give the main character and just kind of glossing through everything. People are tired of it. And regardless of the demographic that you're trying to reach, whether it be, shonen, seinen, shonen AI, all mature, adult, all that shit, the subject matter that you have in it, and it's like you're showing blood, guts, things getting ripped apart and whatnot, and it's like you're doing mature shit, but then you're classifying it as shonen just cause, and then because of that, you chalk up your main character being a fucking idiot under the guise that, well, that's what it's supposed to do because it's a shonen. Or that's what the characters are supposed to do because it's a shonen. And it's lazy. It's really lazy and it's really pathetic, considering that all of the things that are held as great anime and great manga are things that actually have some type of thought and depth to it, regardless of how you feel about the characters, how you feel about the subject matter. There's a lot more going into it than just the, I hate to say it, but cookie cutter mentality that the Japanese have proven time and time again that they have when it comes to being inspired by shit. Multiple times you'll actually look at an anime and a manga and you'll sit there and wonder, or to me, I'll sit there and wonder, like, hey, were you inspired by a series or did you just want to copy it and just decide to throw in a different type of archetype or something? Because there's really no difference between what you made and what they made, aside from just what it is that typically the energy concept is, or what a power use is, or whatnot. Like Jujutsu Kaisen and Naruto, curse energy and chakra. What's the difference? These people do massive amounts of damage and destruction towards regular everyday people lives and shit like that. But aside from that, what exactly is the difference? You don't see regular people essentially look in awe at the shit that they're doing and be like, what the fuck is happening? That doesn't happen. Nor is it like, ever really dove into the minutia of where this comes from, why is it the way that it is, or why you do the things you do. Like, none of that happens. Not, especially not off rip. The perfect example of Naruto waiting all the way till Kaguya shows up to be like, I made chakra. And they're like, oh, okay. But it's like, that's the final boss of the series. All right, whatever. But again, it's just that's not a negative point against the series. It's just me like stating a fact. But still, it's just, to me, it's inspiring to see that this is actually being put where it belongs, which is on no one's radar. I feel that anyone that will possibly try to back or say that this is actually like a sleeping gem, like a hidden gem or anything like that, they will be mocked and laughed at, because it will show exactly where your loyalties lie when it comes towards the appreciation of anime as a whole. To me, this is something that is as monumental as the appreciation of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Because now, if you think back to when Brotherhood first came out, in all standards, it was not supposed to do well, because people did not understand exactly what Brotherhood meant in comparison to Fullmetal Alchemist. Like, think back on it. When it came out, a lot of people started looking at it and shit. I'm sick, but I will not be silenced. Now think back to Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I gave you a minute to think. That was for you. But think back when it first came out. A lot of people were taken back by the fact that the beginning of Brotherhood is just like the beginning of Fullmetal Alchemist. So people thought it was just like a lame reboot or something. And then once you got past a certain aspect of it, the series completely changed. And so then people were taken back by that, because it was like, oh, what the fuck? Only to then learn that from a lot of people that was actually the original manga of Fullmetal Alchemist. Brotherhood is the original manga of Fullmetal Alchemist, and Fullmetal Alchemist, the anime, was taken from the first 3 volumes, I believe, or 3 or 4, and then they had to go their own direction because of the fact that the manga wasn't finished. They just wanted to make an anime. So, seeing how popular Brotherhood became, despite Fullmetal Alchemist itself being kind of it was a good anime, but it wasn't anything that was like monumental. But Brotherhood became something that's held as monumental. So, to me, seeing what's happening with Tougen Anki is in that same realm, because hopefully this will wake up a lot of the anime studios into understanding that the mentality of just copying the same shit or releasing and producing the same shit over and over again is not going to yield any money. It's not going to be the answer that you would think is going to happen with this repetitive mindset that they have stuck themselves in, which is what led to the downfall of a lot of different anime that has came out. Because a lot of them are just these ridiculous repetitive storylines, story structures, characters, concepts. I can't tell you how many pink hair characters exist that are just the worst characters that have ever been made to man. And the Japanese just keep making them over and over and over again for some fucking reason. I can't tell you. There's more to count than how many fingers you have. Your fingers and toes included, you can't count them. You just can't. There's a lot of pink hair characters that suck. But to me, it's like when Chainsaw Man essentially bombed, and I won't say flopped, but it bombed in terms of popularity. When Chainsaw Man bombed in popularity, to me, I was like, that was the starter pistol. But seeing Tougen Anki's reception be as abysmal as it is, to me, I was like, no, like, go. That's it. You did it. You got it. And hopefully, this will wake up the studios into understanding and figuring out that they need to change their outlook on the animation quality that they're getting, a lot of their anime that they're making, as well as the individuality that a lot of these anime and manga that come out, that they essentially are overlooking because it's not fitting the same motif as everything else that exists. And just the overall, I would say, like, I guess what the audience is asking for within anime, regardless of the demographic that you're trying to reach for, just the magistry and the fact that anime is capable of doing these crazy, ridiculous, and interesting and intricate stories. And there's 1,000,001 manga that have basically covered it. And your audience is asking for these stories. Go get those manga. Not the mangas that are exactly the same and are copying the same and are based off of a light novel or based off of a webcomic. No. Get the ones that people are asking for. Get the things that people find popular. Hell, the webcomics themselves have also showcased this demographic of a want and a need based off of other things that have gone. And it's like, essentially it's like, hey, these webcomics that are really popular get animes and people are loving them. Why don't you do the same thing towards your mangas that are really popular that people love? It's like, instead of the things that you know for a fact are similar to everything else that's already existed. And it's like, hopefully, I can't stress this enough, hopefully they get that wake-up call and we get better anime in the future. But for right now, summer 2025 has really good anime, and I'm so happy Tougen Anki is one of those anime that people are just overlooking because it's shit. I leave on a cough because I'm not watching this anime and I don't care to. This has been another episode of Fun with Flame. I've been your host, Danieltheflame, and as always, good people. Hope you have fun. I'm dying, man.